Shalom. Before I get started, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahawashi, Ba'ashem Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone that rule well, and peace and salutation to the Icon that's pushing his word in truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. All right, this is the brother Zion Mouth from the GMS Detroit by Camp. All right, I'm coming to you with another lesson. Just dealing with our people in the sense of remembering the times of old. You have to search the scriptures. It's in the scriptures, right? You figure out who you are, by way of a teacher, of course. But when you fact check and you get into the scripts, you get a understanding of where you come from, right? You got a lot of our people that grow old and don't know nothing about their history, right? They know what the white man taught them, right, and told them, right? But as pertaining to truth, pertaining to the spirit, all right, of the holy scriptures, all right, they have no knowledge in that. You have a lot of our people that go to church and that's caught up in religion, whether it's Catholic, Baptist, Muslim, okay, Buddhist, all right, and they all searching to find one thing, all right, and in essence is truth, But hey, you're only gonna find it in the scriptures, all right, the Holy Bible, okay. You're not gonna find it anywhere else, all right. But you have a lot of our people. They just looking, all the wrong places, basically, Hey, and to get an understanding of where you're going, you have to know where you come from, all right. You have to be built. You have to be founded on a good solid foundation, all right, grounded on a solid foundation, all right. And how do you do that? You read the scriptures, all right. You check the history, all right. All right. You connect the dots. So I just wanted to pull a few scripts, dealing with that because this Bible was left behind for us in these times, all right. Because, hey, the scriptures speak of us falling away. And the falling away was us going into slavery. All right. When we went into slavery and came out of that thing, all right, we got beat a whole nother culture into us. All right. We had no understanding, all right, of our language, of our culture, customs, all right, of our laws, of anything. We were lost. All right. That's why we're known as the lost tribes of Israel, because mentally our people are lost, all right? They don't know where they're going. They don't know if they're coming or going, because, hey, they're not using the scriptures, They don't even know to look into the scriptures. But I just want to put a few precepts, dealing with the fact, because that's what it takes, to know what's promised to us, all right? And to know where we come from, we have to get into the scriptures, all right? So I'm going to read this. This is Romans 15:4. It says, "For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning." All right? So, hey, anything prior that was written prior to the New Testament, all right, was written from us to learn from, all right? It's everything under the sun, right? Hey, as the scriptures say, there's nothing new under the sun. So therefore, hey, everything that's going on now, it already happened. It's already taking place. All right. So you ain't doing nothing new. Hell, your spirit is not even new. All right. You've been here before. Okay. The Bible deals with reincarnation. All right. Whether you know it, believe it or not. But basically, we have to, as a people, we have to learn from our mistakes, and that's what's going on. A lot of our people, hey, they just can't get right, They want to keep, partying and bullshitting and doing them, right? Hey, which is just going to lead to utter destruction, all right? There's no future, all right, and being in the world, all right, because the scriptures speak, all right, as the earth passing away, all right, as basically, how can I say it, the ways of this world, all right, the way shit is now, all right, all of this is gonna pass away, all right, the ways of this world and everything in it, okay, the Most High is gonna start afresh, all right, with the kingdom of heaven. Started with the 144,000 and 1/3 of the nation of Israel, who are so-called Negroes, Latins, and Native Americans. All right, that's your byword. All right, but we're set up to be kings and priests. All right, and to be basically kings that's gonna rule. All right, these other nations. All right, in the kingdom of heaven. Okay. But hey, to have any of that understanding, right? You got to read the scriptures. You got to read things that were written aforetime. All right. Now, just not only, like I say, you want to learn from your mistakes. So the way you read that, you gotta search the past. Right. You gotta see that how men of the Lord carried themselves. Right. How they dealt with certain situations. Right, because hey, the men that were, before us, they were on a higher spiritual level. All right, so hey, you can't do nothing but right by taking a lead. All right, to think you got it now or to think you know better. All right, hey, a wise man would know that he knows nothing. If you're using wisdom, you should say you should take a minute and say, wait a minute, what do I truly know, and who told me that? Who taught me that? Where did I get that from? All right, and when you start backtracking, you understand you really don't know shit. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have the spirit of the Most High, all right, that's abiding within you, that's been unlocked, all right. But just to read on, it says that we, through patience and comfort of the scriptures, might have hope. So, hey, these scriptures give us hope. All right, they give us, they give us, how can I say? It's just simply it gives us hope. It gives us something to thrive for. All right, we know that this is not the end of our life here. That it gets better. After all this. All right, because hey, not knowing that would make this place even more bitter than what it already is. If you had, hey man, first off, to learn and know that you're a slave here in America, right, and that there's nothing after this, hey, you'll go crazy. You go absolutely crazy. Because it's like, damn, you think this is what it is? This is life? This is as good as it gets? And it's like, hey, give me a break. So no, this is not the end of the road, all right, for a man of the Lord, all right? The man that's enduring, all right? The man that's sighing and crying, all right? The man that's trying to be marked with that mark of salvation, that mark of exemption, all right? For those men only, okay, there's better days ahead of us, all right? But another scripture I want to get, right? This is Job. As I'm reading this, through Job, Job is basically, how can you say, like a representation, right, of the nation of Israel. Salakia for a second. Salaki. He's got Satan trying to quench the spirit. But anyway, Job is like a representation. It's like a representation of the nation of Israel, or namely of the elect. Through watching, right, and through reading, okay, should I say, the life that Job lived, the hell that he went through, right? That should give us, hope. Because, hey, all the hell that he caught, a lot of our people, we suffering, but we ain't catching it like Job did, and that man persevered, and the Lord increased him, So, stories like that, reading into the times of old gives us inspiration, to keep enduring. All right, but this is Job, right, 8:8. It says, "For inquire, I pray thee, of the former age, and prepare thyself to the search of their fathers." Look at your family tree, your forefathers. All right, that's where your real history lies. All right, which is in the Bible. I'm not talking about your immediate, family. You can do that to a certain degree, but to really know, to get a foundation, to get a basis, a starting point, all right, you got to go through the scriptures, all right, and see where it all began. All right, hey, going as far back as to Adam. All right, dealing with Adam, dealing with Abraham, all right, dealing with Isaac, Jacob, all right, the 12 tribes. All right, and learning, all right, what tribe you come from by way of the prophecies, all right, written in the scriptures. All right, just looking at your spirit, trying your spirit, all right, to see if you mesh with this book, to see what certain tendencies you have compared to the prophecies in the Bible. All right, these things, should uplift you, all right, and give you, and ground you, in the spirit. Because now you're not all here just flapping in the wind. Because, hey, if you don't have this word in you, man, you're dead. You're literally dead. Okay, you may be able to walk and talk, but spiritually you're dead, If you don't have this breath, right? The scriptures is the true breath of life, right? And the understanding thereof. Right? That's when you're literally alive, if you will. You're free. All right? Slacky. All right, this is oh yeah, one more scripture I want to get. This is Jeremiah. All right, 6. I believe it's 16. It says, "Thus saith Yahweh, stand ye in the ways and see, and ask for the old paths, where is the good way, and walk therein, and ye shall find rest for your souls. But they said, we will not walk therein." Okay. That's the answer. Right? To look into the old paths, right? Because Jake, he liked to reminisce. He liked to think of the good times that he had here in America. All right, however few that may be. But, hey, to think beyond that, to think beyond Africa, right? Jake he stopped at Africa. That's all he know, right? But he doesn't search, deeper to find out that he actually comes from Israel, right? And that Israel is the motherland, okay? Jerusalem, all right? When it comes to that, Jake has no understanding. So therefore, he has no rest, no comfort, all right? It's like he has no rest or no comfort, you know. So, hey, man. Hey, how can you know any of these things, you know? Yeah, it basically takes the spirit of the Most High. He has to wake you up, you know. In process of time, he wakes you up, you know, whether it's directly through men, all right, or a thought or something you may have read, heard, a video you might have clicked on, you know, and that's what, you know, ignites that spirit, all right, for you to wake up and to learn more, all right, you know, to look into things, to not just be told something, but to actually, you know, check up on things, you know. That's how you get built up, right, through the spirit. Because once you confirm things for yourself, all right, it gives you a peace of mind to know that, hey, I got the truth, you know, like I checked into that, you know. And then, you know, eventually in the process of time, you know, the spirit will start working with you more, so where you can get deeper understandings, right? That you can, you're more of a visionary when you read the scriptures. You can actually put yourself, you know, in those times, all right? You can have more of a sense of what's going on, right? How we, again, how we lived, how we conducted ourselves, right? How we had to deal with these heathen nations. And you come to find out, much hasn't changed, you know. We still in slavery, right? Just in this time, you know, the so-called white man's ruling over us, all right? You still, you know, begging for crumbs, all right? We're still in the want of all things from our enemies, all right? We're still being called proverbs and bad words, all right? Hey, the saga continues until the Lord comes back and redeem, all right, the hopefully elect. So, you know, Lord willing, I hope this video, you know, was uplifting and edifying at the same time, you know. So with that, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash, right? Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone that ruled well, and peace and salutation to the icon that's pushing his word in truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. Shalom.